This is Ben Halligan presenting a management, team, and personnel plan for the Swannanoa Brewing Company to satisfy an assignment for entrepreneurial planning in the fall of 2019 at Western Carolina University. This picture sums up a lot as it speaks to the vision for the company. This is me on the Swannanoa River in deep thought of taking a beer break from paddling. I have had social ties to this region since 1994 with Warren Wilson College, and then became a resident in 2006. For this class, my original idea was opening a brewery out of my home, close to where this photo was taken. A lot of the reasoning was behind the social capital that I had established. To provide an overview, the Swannanoa Brewing Company will capitalize on being a small batch craft brewery nestled in the Swannanoa Valley. The concept for this brewery is to distinguish itself and its product by utilizing a quality water source, top-notch ingredients, a small-scale production with limited release and distribution, with the potential for expansion. The business will be built with an emphasis on environment and community. Here is my original organizational chart from the start of this class. It has since changed a lot, but much of it remains the same. You may remember Gordon and Ben from my SME interview, which were conducted after this was created. Currently, the brewmaster position remains open. Legal counsel would remain outsourced to Derek Allen, as would be the financials to either Josh Sullivan or Dennis Theodosis, who I was introduced to through Derek Allen. I would still approach Mr. Wiggins about being a co-funder and would absorb the HR responsibility myself, but would consider calling on Cassie Christie as a paid consultant. This organizational chart represents the company's potential for expansion after 3 to 5 years and was designed in part to satisfy requirements for this course. It is, however, an accurate reflection of what the business might develop into after its second round of funding. You can see Gordon has since been removed and the brewmaster position left open. I have added a cellarman position, and at this stage the HR position would be filled with an FTE as well as finance with a CFO. An IT position has been added, as well as various lower-level production, maintenance, and sales positions. This slide demonstrates the dynamic equity split, with me maintaining the bulk of the equity as founder, CEO, and sole source of the financing through an SBA loan. Essentially, I would maintain 100% of the equity, but allow for the brewmaster and marketing director to gain up to the percentages indicated after a 2-year vesting period deemed sufficient based on revenue streams. This personnel plan table displays salary ranges for various positions and is progressive in nature. Worthy of noting is the smaller than average pay for myself as CEO, which is offset by equity. Also important are the inclusion of non-owner positions, especially production and sales. This chart shows how the equity could be dynamically split. The design represents that equity value would be used to recruit and retain a skilled brewmaster and marketing professional as partners/owners. Capital investors are included primarily to indicate dynamic nature of company equity. In this slide, I will cover recruitment, selection, and implementation. I have supplied data of industry benchmark jobs to show a full range of potential positions. For the purpose of this business and based on my SME interview with co-founder of Highwire Brewing, I would try to hire as little people as possible. Per the early company conception, Ben Wiggins would be sought out due to his industry experience. I would also seek to select a skilled brewmaster by sourcing the local community college's brewing associate program. As far as the implementation is concerned, I have contemplated partnering with a local restaurant called Jimmy's on the River located on Highway 70 in Swannanoa. In doing so, I would then occupy approximately 1,500 square feet of that establishment's building and thus pay $1,500 per month in lease fees. This component would promote the brand in the pursuit of supporting the community and overall environment. I've had the opportunity to speak with Jim Klingel, brother of Billy Klingel, one of the individuals I had hoped to interview as an SME. It is in our mutual interest to continue discussions and the pursuit of implementing a brewery at Jimmy's on the River. I felt it best to leave you with a simple organizational chart that exhibits the internal framework early on for the Swannanoa Brewing Company. This would be the basic starting foundation for building the business. I conclude my presentation with a list of references, including pictures of the scenic Swannanoa Valley taken at Warren Wilson College, where this journey first began. I also included a photo of the dining area at Jimmy's on the River, where the brewery would be placed, moving the dining area to the other end of the building and gaining access to the river through that entrance. Thank you for viewing this presentation.